Good morning. We're looking at some quiet weather here in the valley with those rain showers that have moved on. The thunderstorms, too, have moved on from the region as well. And we're looking at some quieter weather today, but we are still looking back at what occurred last night. The heavy rain and the hail. Check it out. We're looking at hailstones that were larger. I believe that's a quarter in Stacy's hand there, or at least the person Stacy has the photo of. And those hailstones larger than that, perhaps about ping pong ball size. Great to have some kind of a object to compare it to, a standard size object. That's what we talk about coins and tennis balls and baseballs, because they never vary in size. But also a ruler is great in case you end up getting some hailstones to measure. If you have some that you put in your freezer from last night, get out and measure those. Let us know how big you got, your hailstones were yesterday. That was again in the Edgeley area. That's also where we saw some heavy rain stretching from around Edgeley up through Cass County, the Grandin area and Gardner area that we've been telling you about that got more than 7 inches. And then up toward northwest Minnesota, that was that heavier streak of rain. And again, our look at our storm reports. You could see some wind reports, wind gusts, some hail out to the west, and tornado reports in northeastern South Dakota. We have quieter weather here in the valley. We're enjoying some no lightning and thunder here to start off the day. That has since moved on over the last few hours. And there are a few areas where we've got some clouds and even some rain showers coming down from time to time. Those will continue to impact us here this morning, but eventually this all moves off to the east. You can see there's some clearing out west, and that will continue to spread eastward here today, and we'll end up with some sunshine coming up. Across the country, you can see where the heaviest rain and thunder is now occurring. It's just moving over Lake Superior and into northwestern parts of Wisconsin. Keeping an eye on Jose, still impacting parts of the East Coast. And of course, Maria, we've been talking about here. Here's a look at what's going on with her. A Category 4 storm now at this point, and moving to the northwest at 10 miles per hour. Could be making landfall at any time here this morning, at least the eye of the hurricane. Of course, you can see Puerto Rico already being impacted by the intense winds and rain bands of this storm system. So they're getting battered once again here today, and putting the track on this storm. Looking at it, moving to the northwest, continuing that track. Eventually, hopefully it takes that turn northward and avoids more of the places that got impacted by Irma last time. But unfortunately, Puerto Rico really getting the brunt of it right now. 58 degrees in Fargo. It's 59 in Grand Forks here in the valley. So temperatures not too bad to start off this morning, especially in the east. It's a little breezy though. Winds have gusted into the 20s from time to time this morning, and that'll be the case through the day. A few gusts into the 20s here today. Visibility looks pretty good. There's a couple of spots where we're just slightly lower, but nothing to be concerned about at the moment. So here's a look at your hour-by-hour planner. We've got the rain showers clearing out, the clouds gradually doing the same this morning, and little by little we'll end up with clearer skies and sunshine here, especially as we get toward the noon hour today. Temperatures in the 60s at that point. Moving ahead toward the afternoon, we're looking at some upper 60s to some low 70s for your highs today. With that wind, again, staying a little breezy at times out of the west, becoming more southerly, kind of variable between those two directions here today. And temperatures tonight that are in the 50s and 60s and quiet conditions as far as rainfall is concerned, which a few of us need a break at the moment. We're looking at that 7.5-inch rainfall report from Grandin. Here's a look at our photo today. This was at sunset over 10 Mile Lake. This is in the Dalton area. Thank you, Diane, for sharing that pretty shot with us. It looks kind of fall-like, and we do have fall officially on Friday with our next chance for some rain and thunder. And unfortunately, the timing of it's not great. It's happening over the weekend with cooler temperatures in the 50s to some 60s coming up. So next couple of days, kind of nice, especially in comparison to the cooler weather we've got coming up. That's, of course, if you don't want the cool fall-like weather. I know some people do. I know some people love it. I like to hold on to summer as long as possible, so I kind of have a little bias towards summer.
You're not alone. Getting your family to eat healthy starts in the grocery store. We have some help for you next on The Valley Today.